Okay folks, day's come where we're getting ready to get started on this thing. Well, in the morning. We ran out of wire in the welder, so I've got to pick up a 44-pound roll tomorrow. And we got the body up here and got it picked up off the ground as good as we could to where we know we can get it level. And you can see we used the window openings because they're solid and they're the same from one side to the other. And then we use the top of the cow, and that way we can get this thing good and level and then start getting everything straight. And we will probably get the doors on together, get the gap right, and about the 3/16 gap, and then we'll weld them shut, and probably put something in between the door and the actual door casing to keep it from moving at all. And once we get that done, we'll start getting our measurements between the quarters and start bracing this in, and then just build and brace and do a little measuring to figure out how far we got to go cutting it down for the sit on the body. Are you up for this, Noah?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to try to get it knocked out as quick as we can, and we've got a cruise-in coming up the 19th. That's 20 days away. So don't know if it's possible. We're going to see if we can at least get the body on it and have it drivable with a windshield. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. And we've also got rotation inspection next week, so that may hold us up some, but we're going to put as much time and many hours as we can into it. I'm going to have Noah working first, second, and third shift, and we might add a fourth shift. Is that all right, Noah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I know better than that. You want to sleep. All right. Show you more. All right, folks, getting started. We run out of wire. Run 44-pound rolls. Let's go ahead and pick one up. Can we speed it up now?
Yeah.
Okay. I wish they'd make 100-pound rolls. Okay, first thing we're going to do here is we cleaned up some spots, and we're making some little straps. We're going to actually strap across it, and we're going to weld it. We're going to weld the door gaps right, and we're going to get the body line right. And then once we get that welded together, we can start with everything else. But we're trying to get, one good solid straight side on this thing, and we'll jump the other side when we're done with this one. Right. Okay, so we got the front one welded. We've got a problem. We've only got one of the hinges that go on the cow, and that's the bottom one. Well, the top one, but it's the bottom here. The other two are missing. They're $190 just for that set that goes to the cow, not the set that goes on the door. So I'm going to end up making two hinge pieces or hinges for that. And the ones on the other car are aftermarket Speedway, and they're different. And I've only got two of each, so I want to run three hinges like it's supposed to have. So I'll just have to make them. So now we're going to try to get this lined up. This is going to be the worst corner because the brace that holds the doors broke loose inside. The overlap right. We got the body lines right. Got it exactly where it needed to be on both sides. And now we're going to start straightening out and getting the rear quarters where they need to be. And we got everything in and the gaps right, how we want them on the inside. So it should work out. We got us a little canopy set up here. Try to stay out of the sun, but we're trying to get as absolute much done as we can. That's our goal. All right. and tacking all the cracks and stuff back together. But we're gonna get it straight. Pretty rough. We can do it. Okay, we're moving right along, and everything's going together pretty well. We've got to get some more cross members in. We're trying to get everything straightened out, and then we can actually flip this body over. That's the goal for the day, is to get the body flipped over. We'll have to flip it back over because we're going to do some make some repair panels. We're going to just make them ourselves. And but if we can get it flipped over, then I can get some of the upper stuff, the windshield in the front, all that welded up like it needs to be. But for now, you know, it's best to support it like this. If we know it's level, or we've got it level. So we're just going to keep at it, keep tying stuff together here, and eventually we'll have it good and straight and solid, where we can start doing some more panel work anyway. I've done quite a bit. Done some hammering and dolly to get some of the creases and bends and dents out of the quarter on both sides, and a little welding here and there. So. But it's starting to look like something. If we get flipped over and get a little more done, it'll look better. Alright, so I had to go do a tow. Had Noah do a few things while I was gone, and we've just put these in. Now what I've done was put them exactly the same spot on the cow at the front, and the same spot on this, away from the door, the plates, the door seal pieces. Yeah. Anyway, so we got these straight. But if you look, the problem is we're way off in the back. I'll show you. See the gap? And we're talking about 4 inches. So that's the reason we've done this. So now Noah's gonna push it over, and we're gonna get it exactly where, okay, somewhere, yeah, about the other one. So we'll get it where it's supposed to be, and then we'll weld it in, and that'll get our quarters straight with our body. Because it was so bent up, you couldn't really tell. So we're gonna do that now and get it knocked out. You're ready to set the cow piece on, huh? Noah cut the gas tank out of this while I was out. I think it slides out somehow. Okay.
Yep.
This end's bent out a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start on the top front right here. And then we'll probably move to the back here. Which we know we've got it good and straight. And the opening square, we just got to start building. And we're going to build probably a framework that comes around and down. And we'll end up building a skeleton for a trunk. And then we'll build the trunk itself, the actual sheet metal, and we're going to make it open and close also. So, anyway, we'll get back at it. Okay, still playing. Getting ready to rain? I hope it ain't getting ready to rain. It feels like, I think it's fixing to start raining. We're fixing to make the inner fender wells anyway. We're going to roll some beads in it. We're going to do it the way we want, and then we're going to bend the bottom. Here's what we cut it out of. This is an old hood. It was hitting the front and bent and it was rusted out, so we just cut the panel off. It's a 70 Chevrolet. That's definitely a raindrop. Big raindrops. Let me get everything up. All right. Okay, we got them cut out. Got them bent, broke, whatever you want to call it. And we got the beads rolled in like we want them. They're different from what the originals was, but that's the way we wanted them. They went up and down there. So now we're trying to fight thunderstorms, but we're going to keep at it and see what we can get figured out. I think we're going to cut a roof section out of something and get in this thing to strengthen the roof up and keep working on the front. I've got part of the visor welded in. That's part of the strength of it, so we're going to weld it all in and then put a roof panel in it and weld the roof panel in. I think we can make it work out. But anyway, coming along. We're going to keep making panels. Probably just going to go ahead and do repair panels all the way across the bottom. You can buy every one of them repair panels, but by the time you buy them, you're going to have $1,000 in sheet metal. Bottoms of the doors, bottoms of the cow, all them pieces you can buy. The back corners, which I may end up buying, I don't know. The back corners they're cheap though. I mean, they're $35, $38 a set. Everything else is more expensive. Let me see. what else was I going to tell them? No. Oh, I know what it was. We need a windshield frame. I don't have one, and I haven't had any luck finding one except online, and by the time I got it here, I'm looking at $250, $300. So if anybody's got one they want to sell, that's reasonable priced. You know, I don't need the glass, I just need the frame. I think as long as it's a 30 or 31 closed car and not a roadster. And I also need, I thought it was passenger side, but it's because I had it upside down. I need the 2 lower hinges for the cowl section here. I can make them if I have to, it's not that big a deal, but if I could find them it would be a lot quicker and easier. So we've got to have a driver's door. And Noah cut the gas tank out. Did I tell him that? Entirely cut the gas tank out. We're going to use a little bit more of this cowl than we had planned to use. We're not going to use the whole thing, but that opens us up to having a lot of room for our feet compared to what the other one is. And the other one they welded it on and bondoed it, and then they done away with the cap. And I really like the cap up there. Just put a cap on it and leave it. I think that's about it for now. But we're going to keep at it. We'll get a little bit more done, and then I'll show you, and then we'll get the video posted. But we're going to keep welding and keep working at it until we can't, until the rain makes us go away. Right. Which may be at any time. Okay, folks. Day 1 is over. Oh, there's Noah firing his truck up. Boy, he's noisy. So he's heading home, and we're fighting that thunderstorm stuff here. It's getting ready to start pouring hard, so tomorrow we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Stabilizing, welding stuff up, getting everything in line. That's the main thing. Once it's all in line, we can start doing these panels. So we will be putting a roof in tomorrow, one way or the other. And we're going to do a solid panel and weld it in. And we will be working on the top up here. We're going to replace this. We're going to get us an edge going across for a trunk lid. And we're going to go ahead and get something tied in between here and get our sides straight so we can do trunk, and we'll go ahead and get started on these, putting these panels in. And that's going to give us an idea of where we're going to bring the body down to. Because I'm just going to make these panels and bring the body down. And we'll hammer out everything we need to hammer out on them. And, there's, like I said, there's not much to them anyway, so shouldn't take too long. So it's starting to look like something, a little something anyway. But the main thing is I got to get some hinges together, either build them or find some, and that windshield. And I think everything else we can work with. So. Alright, and like I said, I'm going to use a little bit more of the cowl than I had planned to use, but we're still going to do some cutting, and because I can't take the serial numbers off of that one, but I can take the panel that they're on off and put it onto this one. And you know, we'll take the center firewall section out, keep it on, and keep the panel. I'm probably going to get a serial number tag made anyway, because them state tags that they make, that they put on there, are not very good tags. I mean, we'll leave them on there, but they don't last long. They're just plastic. So we'll get one stamped out with the numbers. But it's coming right along. I know it don't look like much, but you know, getting it straight is one of the most important things. And then once it's all good and straight, we can start knocking some panels out real fast. So, all right, appreciate everybody watching. Till tomorrow. Bye.